So many salespeople, managers, owners, entrepreneurs, business leaders want to learn how to achieve maximum potential, yet so few actually do. It's really quite astounding. In moments, I'm going to share with you, specifically for the automotive retail business, including power sport, the funnels that you can leverage to increase your sales and income with the blueprint, the playbook. And quite frankly, you know what? Without some kind of structure, such as a playbook, such as some kind of an outline, and for lack of a better term, you could call it a framework. Because I created that playbook and framework at a time when I was struggling. I'm not proud of it, but I want to share this much with you so that you know and you're confident that all of this stuff really works. That this isn't pie in the sky. There was a time when I did not sell a vehicle in one entire month. Put on a two-piece suit, spring in my step, driving my automobile in, my demo into work, really watching the gas gauge and making sure that I had enough money to be able to put just enough fuel in the demo to be able to get it to work and home again. I was hoping that nobody would ask me to move my demo, or they would borrow my demo to go down to licensing or pick up the coffees, or worse, I would get asked to pick up the coffees because that would chew that up. There was a time where I really struggled with that. And what I realized that in order for me to get into double digits, 10, 20, and 30 per month, and you know what, before I even say that, I remember thinking that the other guys are lucky or smarter, older, better than me, grew up in the city where they are, where I was working. I wasn't from that area. I wasn't from that city. My clients were miles, well, my friends and family, not directly clients, were miles away. Time and again, I fought this nagging urge to quit and somehow get promoted to management. You know what I'm talking about? And then that old question creeps up in your mind. Why? What didn't I realize? Why hadn't I developed something? Why wasn't I in control of my own destiny? And that's what stimulated the direction of the blueprint and the playbook. It was years later that I actually perfected the blueprint, created the framework, but the structure, the raw notes were all there. It was the clear plan to take you from where you are now to where you want to be so that you get out of your own way. And almost like an epiphany, I realized that I'm in control of my destiny, not the market, brand, or economy. So sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, as the old adage goes. So when I discovered these opportunity buckets, and of course you can read through the slide if you're not familiar with who I am. I'm Bill Harvey. You can read through the slide as I talk here. As I realized the opportunity buckets, or the levers as a better analogy, my career just took off. It soared. Income started flowing. Sales became predictable, and it almost became easy. To the point, I'm not kidding you when I say this, to the point that I turned down, I didn't almost, I actually turned down several opportunities in the business office as a manager. I rejected those opportunities. I stayed selling. I'll share with you in a moment what my mentor told me. I say that because to the untrained eye, the results of successful automobile sales, a successful automobile sales career that is, really looks easy. Would you agree? The high performance in your dealership, well, those are the ones you think are lucky, smart. Well, you can be right if you define luck as an acronym. And luck for me, watching those high performers work, is an acronym for to labor under correct knowledge. That's how I became a dealer principal. And that's how I launched my training business for Mercedes-Benz, Honda, Hyundai, General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford, not to mention teaching part-time at the Automotive Business School of Canada. What I'm going to share with you is how you can get so much more done in less time with less energy and effort. We're going to talk about the energy and effort scale. Maybe we're going to identify some of the skills and the activities that you're doing, sucking out a lot of your energy, that you could redirect and put into what will generate enormous and wonderful results for you. Now, today we're talking about planning. Planning to achieve your goals must be top of mind for you this time of the year. And I want you to fully understand that all you want, all you need is within you right now. What I mean by this is conscientious planning and a dedicated effort. You can accomplish the goals that you may not even think that are possible. A conscientious plan, to accomplish your goals. It's your plan that will accomplish the goals, not simply the goals. Your goals, in fact, quite frankly, are your problem. We're talking about achieving your maximum potential, and that is what I call the flywheel effect. And so, as a flywheel relates to us going around and around, as Peter pointed out, and storing energy and maintaining momentum and kinetic energy, this is what we need to create for ourselves. This is the excitement and enthusiasm that propels us through those down times when we're not really sure that this is going to be right. Like when I didn't sell an automobile that entire month, and I'm that nagging urge to do something else proved to me I wasn't putting enough energy and focus into what generates income for me. And that lends itself so well to the effort results balance beam. So we'll talk about this very shortly. And of course, you need to look at the efforts that you put into things, because a light flywheel is fantastic for creating fast engine speed, which would be dynamite for racing automobiles, because we want that engine speed to come up quickly to peak horsepower and peak torque. However, a light flywheel that allows an engine to speed up that quickly wears the engine out quickly. My son and I are going through this right now, building up a race motor for his vehicle, and he's going to be racing all summer long, and it's really quite exciting to do. But we had this dilemma the other day when assembling the vehicle. Do we go with a lightened flywheel, which will wear the engine out, but it'll bring up engine RPM very quickly, or do we go with a stock flywheel weight, which will maintain smooth drivability and make the engine last longer? You got to decide at what point the weight of your flywheel is necessary. So I just want to use that as a metaphor. I will make reference to that going forward a couple of times. If you want to sell 10, 20, or 30 units per month this year and every year, you're probably thinking, well, number one, that would be great, Bill. Yes, please tell me how to do that. I know. But you don't know how, right? And this is the stumbling block. And we allow that barrier to get way bigger than it should be. And the reason why you don't know how, and so you never start, is because you've never done it, right? And I know you won't say it aloud, and you won't necessarily nod or agree with me, but selling 10, 20, or 30 units for you is possible. That's the easy part. It's dreaming for it. That 10-point plan, Mark, absolutely. The dreaming part is the easy part. And this is the reason why goals actually restrict you and hold you back. Goals, your goals should motivate you. It should coach you. It should drive you. And it's because that's where your dreams are. The big house, swanky vacation, pool in the backyard, boat, RV, education fund for the children, and a comfortable retirement. Those are the things that keep you going when everything else is collapsing all around you. You see, it's no trouble setting the goal. The trouble is the plan that'll materialize the goal. Here's what I've learned about goals. Goals don't change. That's the great news. The list here is the very same every month and every year. But your plan to accomplish the goal must change. It does change automatically, instantly. And we'll talk about how to do that. Double-digit sales per month is only 2 sales a week. And those 2 sales per week come from 5 leads and 10 names. Names, numbers, email addresses, each one of the 6 opportunity buckets. And I'm going to show you how that works as well. I just really want you to get the message. You have everything that you need within you right now to accomplish the goals that you want. Dream big, write it down, and now a goal that